Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of NuStrength Sugar Babes. We have a sugar babe from New Zealand. She's 45. She has 1 baby. So she's a mum, like most of the other women in our program. And how long have you been in the program now?
It was coming up 7 months in another week or so-ish. Yeah.
7 months, nearly 7 months. And you've done really, really well. Like the girls have been raving about you. Said, you haven't been perfect like anyone. No one can be perfect. But you've trained and you've eaten consistently, which is really, really awesome. And you're playing the long game too. Because I think, you know, women who come to us, they're so used to doing the quick fix diet. So it's a testament to you for committing to the long game and showing up and doing the work. But can you tell the viewers, Pauline, why you joined the program? So what were the issues you were having and how were they affecting your life?
Basically, weight was the first thing, the initial thing. I was at my heaviest I had ever been after, 3-ish years after having my daughter. Never been comfortable in my skin anyway, even when I probably to other people may have looked fine, but I was still very self-conscious of how I looked, and I was just like fed up with feeling crap all the time. And I guess I wanted to be able to keep up with my daughter, being that I was 42 when I had her, so I just wanted to be able to keep up with her and play with her and just be stronger, and just reading through all the things that there were to read and look at beforehand. I thought, I think I could give this a crack. This sounds like more like me, because I've never been one of those dieters, because I just can't not eat, and so that's never been an issue for me. The rabbit food and the low calories and stuff is just, for me, be more eating crap food that I shouldn't be eating, that's not helping me keep the weight off. So never been into cardio, so that was never an issue. So yeah, it's more the food and not eating, and just not feeling how I as good as I could.
And a lot of women, they come to us because every woman I speak to wants to look toned. I think they're better. What about a lot of women come to us, they have sleep issues, digestive issues, irregular periods, they're tired, lethargic, low sex drive. Did you have any of those issues coming into the program?
Not as bad as some, for sure. Always been fairly lucky with the period side of things. I was off the pill after I had my daughter for a little bit, and found they were quite heavy then. Not so painful, but when I was on the pill, they were okay. They were like, nothing much. I first day sort of felt it, and then sort of not. So I have been lucky on that front, but certainly tired, no energy to keep up with the daughter, and working full time and living an hour away from home, working an hour away from home certainly sort of adds to it. Sleep, okay, ish. But I have a daughter, so that might not ever come back. But so a few issues there. Digestive issues, not too bad. Certainly all the stories I've heard of some people and that not as bad, but there's definitely been improvement everywhere pretty much, except the sleep.
I know, but there's nothing. I'm good, but I'm not that good. I can't get the kids to sleep through the night. And you tried any other programs before you joined us?
Not really. I kind of signed up and paid for some info on one thing, and I got really expensive protein powder and was it fat burning tablets or something it was, and I was supposed to do the green tea, which I didn't like anyway, and the other apple cider vinegar drink with lemon. I thought, I could do that in the morning, and I tried it, but I can't do that. It's shit. So that was like, that was shelved. But I've been through periods, when I was younger, I was quite physical in a job when I worked at the zoo many moons ago, and I did the odd sort of spell of, light weights, but not to this extent weights, like just, dumbbell weight type things and on the row machine and that kind of thing, not the cardio side of it, because that bored me to tears anyway. But nothing that, nothing, never heard of anything like this at all, where it makes so much sense and it actually works. So yeah, I wish I'd known this many, many years ago. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, good. So let's talk about, what are the results you've seen so far since being in the program?
Okay, so first couple of months, I pretty much nailed the food side of things. Didn't get into the training till, about 8 weeks in, I suppose it was. So that came to me quite nicely, I think, with getting the macros fitting, and it was a bit of a puzzle and but cool, but a lot of time that I spent doing that. But so far, I haven't done my weight for this week, but I'm about 9.5 kilos down.
That's amazing.
Which is really good, and it was just every week's falling off. It has gone up one week and then the next week's come back down, but it's just been pretty gradual. Even in those first 2 months without training, it was just the food. Yeah, so that proved to me right there, right, the food is key. It's certainly, yeah,
totally.
Yeah,
yeah. The training will help build the muscle.
Yeah,
yeah. You've got to get it right. And how much is you eating?
1900 now. So I started at 1800, and now it's been on 1900 for a wee while now.
Isn't that possibly 10 kilos eating close to 2,000 calories?
Yeah. I mean, I was probably eating more than that. Well, 1800 was what my 3-day average was, at the start, but that probably wasn't adding in extra crap that I was probably eating before then. So that's been really good. And I think it's about 9% body fat loss as well.
That's amazing.
And I don't know, it's close to 50 centimeters on all the bits and pieces. So it's noticeable. I can the start was like, from the first sort of 12 weeks, like, I know something's happening, but looking at the photos, like, I can't really see it. But and I look down, and clothes are fitting and feeling better, and it's like, I've got some muscle there. I mean, I've always been relatively strong, I thought, just from my previous jobs at the zoo and been able to lift shit, and when we shift, I'm helping the blokes move all the stuff, so I've always been fairly fit, strongish that way. But didn't know the meaning of strong until I watched you guys. That's for sure. Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's like, before I met Craig, I was the same. Like, had never really probably squatted, benched, or deadlift. Like, I didn't really either until I learned how to train. And do you feel, because I found like I was quite a big binger before I started eating like this, and now that I eat all the food that I enjoy every day, and I don't binge anymore and want to eat crap, has that changed you too?
Well, I wouldn't say a binge eater like that, because I never cut like you guys have and go hard on the weekends type thing. But I would always eat crap at night. So I'll sit down and I have some chippies and my cup of tea and a whole bunch of biscuits and some chocolate, and that was my thing, eating too much in the night, really. Mostly pretty good during the day, but just too much of stuff, I think, was the main thing, and obviously the wrong kind of stuff full of crap.
What do you eat now at night?
Oh, now I look forward to it. Pretty much every night. I set my whole week, and I only change now dinners and my protein for morning and afternoon snack, but pretty much, and since Christmas I discovered the ice cream, so now for before bed I have a whole list. My cup of tea, gotta have my cup of tea, one bit of caramel fudge, 2 squares of the Lindt 70% chocolate. That's with my cup of tea. Just prior to that, I have my 1 serve of my chocolate ice cream usually, or some ice cream. So I'm not missing out. No, and I look forward to that. And I even have a caramel fudge for my afternoon tea as well. And then add my usually protein or my beef strips or something I've done for me protein in there. Yeah. So I'm pretty boring, pretty much having the same stuff all the time except for dinners. And then, now that I've been doing it for a wee while, so crap, I want a Coke. I just twig the numbers and switch that round. I can cut that, switch that round. Sweet, got myself sorted. Or husband wants to go out for lunch or something. So, I don't really want to have got my lunch sorted, but okay, I can work. I can do this, so so it's good. Yeah.
So so who does your diet plans for you? Who does your meal plans?
Well, me. Yeah.
Yeah. now with the skills and knowledge to
yeah,
do that
yeah.
body?
Because because of the things that I like to eat and don't like to eat, was never a veggie fan anyway. But I did used to eat broccoli, but don't need that anymore. But it's like if someone else made my meal plan, it's like, yeah, don't like that, don't like that, don't like that. So it's easier actually. You can just make it how you want and eat stuff you want to eat.
Totally. And I think that makes you, like, it's easy to be consistent when you're eating food you actually enjoy and you're giving your body sugars and nutrients that it requires. And how about your eating? How's that now? You mentioned you were really tired before.
Yeah, I was, certainly with the driving to work and home again. I was some days like, oh, this is not good. I'm like literally almost falling asleep traveling an hour each day. And now sometimes I'm still the odd time, like, yeah, I'm a bit tired, but I try and sort of time, I guess because too, from my last, afternoon tea time at 3 at work sort of thing, from there till I get home and get to eat dinner, it's like 8. So I kind of have my cup of tea at normal time, and then I might wait another half an hour after that to have my protein, or I take a carrot to munch on the way home, or when I get home. And usually I have my liver raw every night when I get home with my bit of OJ, and that sort of ties me over till dinner time. So so certainly not the tiredness I was, no, even despite the fact that most nights I don't get to sleep through much at all. Few interruptions, but I can cope with that. So, but had this been going on and I wasn't eating like I was, I wouldn't be coping with that.
Oh yeah, really it is amazing what does for you. And how are you going with the training?
Pretty good. I was like in there from the start, and especially with deadlift, I don't think my first ones, because I didn't have many weights and stuff at home, because I do it mostly at home. Probably the strength test, I probably could have done more, but that's all I could have had. I've progressed. I feel pretty bloody good in the deadlift from the beginning. I've sort of plateaued, maybe gone slightly backwards in that at the moment, but that's just, I just want to get my form right and do it properly without killing myself. But hey, I can still lift 100 off the ground, so I'm pleased with that. So,
well done.
Yeah.
It's always like break that 100 kilos, which is so
that was my first goal. So right, I want to do 100 again. I thought, this is going to take, but it didn't. I actually jumped up each week I did it. So I beat my max by 8, 10. So this is cool. So I did progress quite far, and then I got to that point, and I think my worked out, calculated max is higher than what I can actually, or have been lately, been able to lift. And I think it's a mind thing, and having to go to a gym to do it, because I've run out of the heavy enough weights at home. So it's like, I don't want to go all that sort of stuff plays on my mind. But I have done it, and I know I can do it, and I just want to now step back a bit and get the form right and get my positioning right. Like your video, I keep watching, it's like, how do you do that all the time? It's like, I'll get there. I know I'll get there. So
Oh, that's so awesome. Well done. And some of the main objections we get from women who are thinking about joining the program, and I'm sure you probably have been here, is one, they're worried about doing it online. So, how am I going to learn how to lift online? How am I going to get support? And you're all over in New Zealand. How have you found doing the program online, the support, the structure, the delivery of the program?
It's been awesome. No complaints. I mean, it's everything's there on the website. You guys are all there anytime. You just got to ask questions if you're not sure, and send in your videos, record them. You might look like a complete knob, but who cares? They're not looking at what you're looking at, I hope, because I look back and go, oh girl, that's a good facial expression. Not looking at that, I'm sure, but you just got to do it. I know it's harder if people are at the gym to be recording, and I just found that myself, but once you get to a certain point, it's that you know what you're doing, and you maybe not be able to lift something, but you don't really care who's sort of watching at the end of the day. But no, there's certainly the help out there for every step of the way. Nutrition at the beginning, Mel was friggin' awesome, and the training now, everybody, it's good. So no issues online whatsoever. I mean, I've kind of lifted-ish before, so, but still, you don't know what you're doing at the start, but if you don't, record it and send it in, you get the feedback, and then look at that before you do your next one and go, okay, take that on board and try and just do better each time. And there's certainly no issues as long as you're prepared to ask questions. And I don't have time necessary to read through everything in Slack. I'd like to sit there and sort of read through everything, but I just catch up now and again. But yeah, the questions are asked out there, and answers are always flooding in from the other ladies as well as all the coaches. So there's plenty of support. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And the other one is time. There, women like, I don't have time to do this pregnant. You're a mum, you travel to and from work like quite a long way. You probably don't have hours and hours of time spare. What would you say to that if a woman says, I don't have time?
Well, you've got to make time for it yourself first, so that you can then, be in a better place, a better sort of frame of mind to help everybody else, which, I hear constantly from everybody. But yeah, I wasn't one of these people that was going exercising 5-6 days a week and actually getting time back for that. I did have to make more time because I wasn't doing anything for the training, but I have got it at home, so that does make it easier. But you've just got to do it, and hopefully you've got a supportive husband, which I tend to not have very much of the time, but sometimes he's all right. But I just say, well, too bad this is happening, so get over it. It's happening. So if I have to change thing and do my training at the gym at work, which I have that option too, that I can, but I prefer, because I work from home 1 day a week, I do it that day, and I do it one night in the evening. So I just need the husband to sort the daughter out, sort of them, but and then on the weekend he takes her out for a coffee and cake down the road while I do my training, usually on a Sunday. So he does help on that respect, but he thinks this is a cult and it's all silly and stuff. But so hello, have you seen your wife lately? I think that's proof that it works. So yeah.
And finally, money. So has this been worth the investment? So for the money you've invested, has it been the investment?
Absolutely. Yeah. It is a lot, and obviously it varies for everybody what they can afford, but I am lucky enough that I have been able to afford it. Work bloody hard, so why not put something back into myself? It's certainly worth it. Yeah. And it's a bit of a, the first sort of couple of 12 weeks is a lot more, but now it's manageable, and I shall not be stopping anytime soon. But obviously my husband are in full-time jobs and stuff, so I can understand how it would be more difficult for a single mum on their own, but it's the priorities, I guess, to make yourself better.
I think I always ask people, like, I know I always ask myself, like, what's it going to cost me later? If I don't do this now, people have menopausal issues, cancer, like all these issues. It's like, if you invest in yourself now, it pay off for you so much later down the track. And I always think that investing in your number one asset, like, it's just it's invaluable, and it really does flow on into other areas of your life. Like, you can just perform, you can be a better mother, you can be a better partner, you can be better at work. It changed my life so much. Like, I think about the long hours that I log in our business and I train, I'd never be able to do that. And I get up every day with, like, passion and drive and energy. I used to think about what I used to feel like. Shoot me. I look back and think, you've never done these stupid diets, but eating 1,200 calories, like, it's crazy. But I agree. I agree with you. Yourself and your health, and and you just feel better. You just get you can do life. You can focus on life, and you can win at life, like we say. So
that's right.
Well, that was awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you taking time out of your day, and I know you're on your lunch break. And if you're a woman and you're watching this, click on the link below, fill out the application form, and then you can book a free call. So there is no obligation to join our program. We like to talk to every woman that is potentially thinking about exploring this, because for us, it's as much about interviewing you as you seeing if this is a good fit for you, because we only want to work with women who are actually committed to, playing the long game and making genuine change. So if you click on the link, you can fill out the application form and book in a free call and have a chat to the coaches. So Thanks again, Pauline, and have an awesome day back at work.
Thank you.
And
I will.
program.
Cool.
Okay.
Lovely. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.